What's going on, YouTube and comic book community? It's me, So Comics. I know you've missed me. I mean, hopefully some of you did. Uh, and I'm glad to be back. I know I'm looking like a Grizzly Adams. It's No Shave November. It's Kim's favorite month. It's when I just let my beard go crazy, and yeah, she loves that I'm a hairy man. So thank God for that, because I actually hate shaving. When I shave, you can see on my neck, it gets really agitated. And that's kind of why I stopped shaving. I used to shave, baby face, everything. And, yeah, I would get acne real bad on my face and break out. And my doctor was just like, I've tried everything. I've tried, you know, gentle shaving creams. I've tried soaps. I've tried all the things you see online. Nothing works. So my doctor was just like, one day he was just like, well, quit shaving. Just let it grow out. Just trim it up. And I was like, that's a good idea. I don't know how I'm going to look with facial hair, though. And so I tried it, and this is where this came from. The mustache and the beard. I trim it up. I trim up my cheeks. I did this for you guys because I was real Grizzly Adams before I came on. I trim my sideburns up because I don't like those. And, of course, you know, I square off my beard because if you're going to grow one, you might as well make it look good. That's my opinion. You shouldn't grow one and just let it look like crap. You should trim it up. Trim up your neck. Don't let this grow out. But enough of that. I'm just glad to be back, guys. I'm happy. I should explain to you guys where I've been, and that's what I'm going to do. And this video is going to be a long video, so I hope you enjoy seeing my face, and I hope you miss me enough to stick through. And so basically, you guys saw my contest ended on Halloween, and in my video, I was sick. I was already running a fever before that. I think 3 or 4 days before Halloween, I woke up one morning. I had body aches. I had chills. I was freezing even though I was warm. And I had a fever. And I was like, okay, well, I haven't had a fever in like 5 years. Now's my time. I'm finally getting the flu or something. And so it went on. Halloween came around. And here's the thing is I had a fever, a high one. And I wasn't throwing up. I wasn't nauseous. I didn't have a cough. I didn't have a runny nose. I didn't have flu symptoms, just a fever. So I was like, okay, I'll give it like a couple days. I was taking Tylenol, ibuprofen to break it. And I was hoping that it would just kind of, get better. I was very sick when I did my contest. When I did the who won my contest, and I was very sick. My fever was very high. I almost wasn't going to do it and just have Kim do the entire video and just coach her through it, but I figured I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. So a week goes by. So we're in like the 2-week zone now of constant fever. It was on a Wednesday. It was a new comic book day. Kim wakes me up and she's like, okay, we go into the comic book store. And I was like, I don't know, I still don't feel good. And she's like, well, let's take your temperature. And I really didn't feel good that morning. And my temperature was like 104 degrees. And she's like, okay, well, we got to go to urgent care. You have to try to get up and we got to get out and go to urgent care because your fever should not be that high. Nobody's fever should be that high. So we get to urgent care, and I mean, I'm so feverish that I'm about falling over, and I'm holding on to Kim the whole time. And we get inside, and it is jam-packed. I mean, wall to wall, no seats. It was packed. I get called up to sign in. I tell the lady what's going on, and she goes, it's going to be like a 2-hour wait. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can stand up here for like 2 hours. And she's like, well, maybe you should just go to the ER. And I didn't want to go to the ER because, I mean, it was just a fever, just a high fever. And I was hoping that, maybe I just needed some, like an IV and some, some fluids and some antibiotics and I'd be good. But we decided to go to the hospital because it was really bad. I had an extremely horrible headache that day. I mean, it was pounding. That was the only thing is I had a really bad headache, 104-degree fever, and like body aches. It just didn't feel good. And I was freezing. So We get to the hospital. I get in. They get me hooked up to an IV. Get some fluids. They give me some pain medication. They give me like like a not pills. They give me like a shots of something, like a cocktail of pain medication, and I started to feel real great. Headaches going away. I get some sleep actually. So that was the first night. I got some sleep in the ER. They wake me up and they go, well, I told them all my symptoms, and the doctor goes, well, it sounds like, and I'm almost positive 100% you have meningitis. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, at first I was like, okay, because I was so feverish and I was just agreeing with anybody. I was like, okay. But now that I think about it, well, we'll get there. But so they think I have meningitis, which is like a serious outbreak disease thing. So they're coordinating with the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control or whatever. I don't know what it stands for. Disease Control. So I'm being quarantined pretty much. And I got to get a lumbar puncture. That's the only way to determine whether or not I have meningitis. And of course, before this, they did all sorts of tests. I had blood work. They tested me for everything. They were even testing me for diabetes. I was getting, getting my, what is that, glucose or whatever they check. I was getting that done. And everything. Blood work. I had a chest x-ray. I think I had a CT scan to determine there was nothing going on chest and head. Of course, I had a fever. That was one thing that showed up, when they take my temperature. So I got to get a lumbar puncture. That's what the doctor tells me. And he's about to leave because it's late and it was busy. So since he wasn't going to be there, he didn't want the other doctor that was coming in to fill in to do it. So he just prescribed me to go to radiology. And radiology, basically, they can do a lumbar puncture in the ER. Like the doctor will sit you up against a table and shove a needle into your spine. They numb your back up and then shove it into your spine. And they dig around until they get in between your spine and suck a bunch of fluids out. But since he wasn't going to be there, he was just going to send me to radiology. So that's what they did. So I get sent to radiology. And basically what radiology does is they can do it quicker than a doctor, and they do it under an x-ray. So I've been to radiology before because I had to get some tests done for my, I have gastrointestinal issues. So it wasn't new being in radiology. So they make you lie on your stomach. Then the radiologist comes in and they numb up your back. And that hurt because they do it in your lower back. It's like they do it like, okay, so you do your butt crack, right? And then like you have a little bit of a little bit of extra in your lower back, and then right above that, right in like your crease in your lower back, that's where they're going for. So they numb me up, and then they show me the needle. And it's a big needle. It's huge. And they do it under x-ray. So they take an x-ray. They try to mark the spot on your back where they're going in. And the radiology, it's a quick x-ray. I mean, there's a machine that's hovering above you. It takes a quick one, and they immediately see it. There's no processing. So they take a quick one. They mark it. And here we go. The doctor is telling me, here we go. And I have a nurse. This is where I got concerned. I wasn't too worried because I was, I thought radiology was going to be able to, they were going to be accurate. So it was going to be in and out, no problem. I've been poked by 100 needles before. I've been in the hospital plenty of times. And so I wasn't too worried until there's this young nurse who came up to the front of the table and she's like, I'm here to hold your hand. And I go, oh, I don't think I'm going to need it. And she goes, no, seriously. And she takes my hand and she's holding my arm and she's rubbing my arm at the same time and holding my hand. I was like, oh no, this is going to be some serious shit. Like for real. I'm in for a world of not fun. And I thought I've had some really bad surgeries in my life and some really bad pain, but let me tell you, if you ever have to get a lumbar support, and I'm not trying to scare you, but it is absolutely miserable. So the radiologist is telling me, okay, here we go, we're going in, and you don't feel it pierce the skin. That's a good part. You don't feel it pierce the skin, but you feel it start to clank off your spine, the bones on your spine, because they hit it, and they're trying to get it in between the two the two your two vertebrae in your spine to start sucking some spinal fluid out. And I'm sorry if you guys have weak stomachs, but I'm just letting you know what happened with me because I feel like it's a great story. So I immediately, as soon as I feel it clank off my spine, my body like clenches up. I mean, it's just a reaction. You can feel it. I've never been stabbed before, but I imagine that's what being stabbed feels like. The needle felt huge, and you can feel them like pretty much prodding your bone. And it feels awful. I mean, I clenched up. The nurse is trying to relax me. So they basically get it in there. Okay, it's in there, and you can still feel it. You feel it. It's not painful, but it almost feels like you're being like tensed up on purpose, and you're not trying to tense up, but it's like maybe the needle's doing it because it's like in between your two vertebrae. And so then they move this table. So you're laying down on your stomach. They move this table. The table can go pretty much all the way up. So they move the table like this. So I'm like basically hanging on. I'm not strapped in. And then they're telling me to cough so that the spinal fluid can drip out into the thing better, faster. So that's over. And there's some risks to lumbar supports after. You have to lay down flat on your back for like 2 hours or more, or else if you get up you can have like this headache that's like the most monstrous headache you've ever experienced in your life. And they basically tell you that if you experience that and it lasts for more than a couple days, you need to come back in, and they'll take some blood and they'll put it back into basically you get like a dry socket. If you know what a dry socket is, if you've ever a tooth removed, basically you get like a dry socket in between your two vertebrae, and the only way to get the headache to go away is if they inject blood into that spot between those two vertebrae, and then your headache goes away. And the headache doesn't feel like a normal headache. It feels like your brain is like sunken down into your face. And so I had that for a couple days when I got home. But that'll be that's nothing to worry about. So the lumbar support's over. So we go back to the ER. I'm laying down for like 3 hours telling Kim how awful it was. It's probably the worst thing I've ever had done in my life, and I feel like I've had almost everything done. So I'm laying there for 3 hours resting. The doc comes in and he goes, well, we got some bad news. We're going to keep you, and it's probably going to be for a couple days. And I go, shit, well, I got meningitis. Here we go. They're going to quarantine me. It's game over. And he goes, this is the new doctor. This isn't the same doctor as the other doctor left. So the ER doctor goes, yeah, I don't think we should keep you, but the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, they think you should need to stay. Apparently, when my lumbar came back, I had my white blood cells. That's what they're basically looking for, your white blood cells to be elevated to show an infection. And that's how they know you have meningitis. So they're like, your white blood cells came back like one above normal. And I was like, okay. And he's like, personally, I don't think you need to stay. You need to go home. But CDC is the final word. They're the Center for Disease Control. And I was like, oh, crap. So then basically it's just a waiting game. I'm admitted. Lady comes in, takes all my information, and it's the night that the Cubs won the World Series. We're basically, everyone in the ER is watching the Cubs. The room next to us was cleaned out, and all the nurses and doctors and everything were peeking in there and watching the Cubs. It was crazy. Everyone was watching the Cubs. Even I was watching the Cubs because there was nothing else on and everyone else was watching it, and I figured if these doctors and nurses are going to take care of me, I'm going to put it on for them so when they come take care of me, they can watch it a little bit. So it was really late. I don't think I got a room until like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Kim had already left by then. After we knew I was being admitted, she left to go get some stuff, pack me up like some overnight bags, pack her some overnight bags, get us some food. We hadn't eaten all day because I've been in the ER all day long getting tests done. So she went and got us like Taco Bell because it was the only thing that was open. And I get a room. Basically, they tell me before I go up into my room, I have to wear a mask. So they put a mask on me. They put a mask on my nurse. And then anybody who comes in my room after that's wearing a mask because they think I'm contagious. They think I'm going to spread like the next Ebola pretty much. So I get a room. It's a private room because, of course, they think I have meningitis. They think I'm diseased. It's a really nice room. There, there's a. It was a nice room. The bed was a little gross. It wasn't gross, but the sheets, you could tell they weren't the best or whatever. I didn't care. I didn't think I was going to be in there very long. So they hook me up, put me in the bed, get my IV going, and then they start me on some antibiotics, all sorts of stuff. I mean, a cocktail, like 3 or 4 bags of antibiotics, because that's what you have to do. They basically keep you in the hospital. They feed you antibiotics and hope the meningitis goes away. And then I'll see the hospital doctor and the CDC guys in the morning. So, and the nurses are constantly checking on me. And I've had fevers the whole time. I mean, the nurses come in, fever, they give me Tylenol, ibuprofen, they switch it off. They're giving me my normal meds. I'm barely eating because I have a fever. I barely ate the 3 weeks at all. I'm usually I eat pretty good, but I just wasn't eating. I just don't have an appetite. Sometimes I'd finish like my lunches and stuff that they'd bring in. I don't like breakfast, and they would give me like big breakfasts with coffee and stuff, and I don't like coffee in general. I drink my orange juice, have some bacon or whatever, but I don't eat pancakes or anything like that, so I didn't eat that. But all in all, the hospital food was good. I mean, maybe it's because I was in a private room and I got to pretty much select all my lunches and breakfasts and dinners, but I was so sick, I was sleeping, I didn't really have the chance to do that. We're already on 16 minutes. This is going to be a long video, guys. Kyle Rowe told me that was okay, though, so if my video is long, you can take it up with Kyle Rowe, okay? So the first night's over. I barely got any sleep because I was feeling terrible. My back was hurting. Your back is going to hurt after you eat a lumbar support in your lower back. It feels like you were stabbed, and it's going to feel like that for a couple days. And I didn't get up and walk around a whole lot because with how high my fever was, I was kind of dizzy and just uncoordinated. And plus I had a big IV roller, like a big machine that was strapped to me with a bunch of bags. It was nice having a private room because I had my hospital bed in the middle. It was a big room. There was couches, so Kim had a place to sleep. She didn't want to leave my side. She was so stressed out and worried, and I'm so thankful to have her with me during that time. And of course, my mom came up, and she stayed with me during some of the days, and even during one of the nights, so Kim could go home and get some good rest and go to work and stuff, which was great. It's always nice having somebody in your room besides the doctors and nurses to talk to. Although my nurses were fantastic, they'd sit in there, and that first night, the first nurse I had was awesome. I don't remember her name, but she was really watching the Cubs. So she'd come in, we'd talk, she'd give me my medicine, and then she'd sit there and we'd watch the Cubs. And she was so excited when they won, and it was awesome. So shout outs to those nurses. They were fantastic. The doctor, I actually didn't ever see the doctor that they told me, because they write on your whiteboard, they write your name, they write like which doctor you're gonna see, and like the CDC doctor, so you know who they are. And I never actually saw that doctor. I saw a different doctor, and the first time I saw him, I finally went to sleep in the early mornings of the first day, and I woke up and he's hovering over me. He didn't I don't know if he knocked, I was asleep, but he's hovering over me, and he goes, well, he's a younger guy, he's nicely dressed, and he goes, well, personally, you have a fever, and personally, he goes, I don't think you need to be here. Once again, they go, I don't think you need to be here. He goes, I don't think you have meningitis, but once again, CDC overrules us because they're for disease control or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So he pretty much makes me feel terrible, but this is not my call. I didn't decide to stay. CDC's making me stay, so I don't know why he's telling me I don't need to be here. That's great. I don't want to be there. I came into the ER because my fever was too high. I thought maybe I needed an IV for a couple hours and some antibiotics and go home. Because I couldn't get in to see my doctor. I called. I couldn't get in. My doctor's packed. So that's great. So then later that day, I see the CDC doctor. He comes in and he goes, I think you might have early stages of meningitis, and that's why you're being kept here. And he's like, we need to check your body for rashes, you've had a headache, and you got a high fever. Normally adults don't have fevers higher than like 101, 102. It's just not normal. Adults just don't get fevers that high. And I was like, yeah, well, I've had it for like 2 weeks now, and it's not going away. The only thing that makes it better is Tylenol and ibuprofen, and then once that's over, 6 hours is up, fever's full blown back. He's like, okay, we're just gonna keep giving you antibiotics and IV, and just get rest and eat, and just I've got hope for the best. We'll just keep. They do blood work. They take blood work at 5 a.m. every day. So even if I did go to sleep, they're taking blood work, and they're poking me and they're stabbing me, and you can't sleep in the hospital. I mean, I was literally going bonkers because I could not rest, because as soon as you close your eyes, they're stabbing you. And I actually had 2 IVs in my arm. I had an IV in my hand, which this hand, it still hurts, still bruised, even though it's been a while now. So I don't know. That's a good thing. But and then I had an IV in my bad arm. You can see I have a big scar. I normally tell them not to put an IV in this arm because I have a lot of extensive surgery done. For most of you who don't know, my humerus, which is this bone, this is all metal. I have a metal humerus in here, and so there's a bunch of screws. There's a screw right here that's poking out, and so basically I have like a metal elbow, and then up into my shoulder is a metal humerus. So I'm pretty much like Cyborg, or I guess Wolverine. I don't know, but I don't like when they put IVs in that arm, just for the fact that it doesn't heal good. It always bruises extremely bad. It doesn't hurt because I don't have a lot of nerves in my right arm, but it's just that it bruises really bad, and it takes forever to heal, and it feels worse. Like, my arm already hurts every day. I mean, I have arthritis extremely bad in that arm every day. So on top of that, I don't want to have a massive bruise from an IV or whatever. But I have an IV in that arm. They have to, because they have to give me like vitamins and proteins and shit. Like, they have to pump that into me. So the first day is over. Okay, it was a long day. Second day rolls around. I don't really see the doctors because they're kind of just chilling. Meanwhile, they're doing more blood tests. They did a urine test to make sure I didn't have like a urinary tract infection, hepatitis testing, all this kind of stuff. Of course, everything comes back negative. Everything. The only thing they can prove is that I have a fever. They even did a flu test, and a flu test is where they take the swab and they swab it in your mouth, and then they send it down for testing. It'll show up a color if you have the flu. I didn't even have the flu. So it wasn't the flu, which is why they also thought it was like meningitis or something bacterial or whatever, a virus. They thought I had viral meningitis, by the way, not bacterial, because I haven't gone to any place where I could get a bacterial meningitis. So, second day rolls around, everything keeps coming back negative, and the main doctor of the hospital keeps telling me, oh, I don't think you need to be here. And I'm like, great, well, I agree, I don't want to be here either. I don't want to stay here numerous days. It's going to cost me a fortune. It's going to be so expensive. I just wanted to know what was wrong with me and get some antibiotics and go home. It's been like 2 weeks, and I've had fevers every day, and I'm starting to feel like my body's like shutting down. Like, it's not good to have a fever that long. Your organs start to pretty much rot. So the second day rolls around. The second day is just like a rest day. I'm getting up and walking around when the Tylenol and ibuprofen kicks in, because I don't want to get blood clots or whatever from laying too long. And they're already telling me they're going to give me like blood thinner shots in the stomach, which I had before when I was hospitalized, and it's not fun. They come in at like 3 o'clock in the morning and shove this huge needle into your stomach, and then that guarantees that if you're laying in the hospital for a long time, you're not going to get blood clots. And I was like, no, I'll just get up and walk around. I'm cool. I'm Gucci. Kim's here. We'll go walk around the hospital. And they're like, well, if you leave your room, you got to wear this mask. So I'm like, okay, so I got to wear my mask. So second day rolls around, still got fevers, but I feel good when the medicine's in me, Tylenol and ibuprofen. They take me off the antibiotics that they were giving me because they didn't think they were working or whatever. So that was a telltale sign for them that I might not have meningitis, because usually if you did, the antibiotics would start making you feel better within like the first day. Like the second day you wake up, you should be feeling a little better. They take me off that. I'm still on an IV for fluids because I'm dehydrated and all that kind of good stuff. I mean, not super dehydrated. I've been all the time when I was sick at home, all I was doing was drinking water and eating broth and soup and everything. So, third day rolls around. It's a long day. Kim's got to go to work. I send her home at night, so it's just me by myself. And they decide to give me a bunch of medication that's like, because they can see all my medications my doctors prescribed for me. So they started giving me a cocktail of stuff that they weren't giving me before. They gave me like Benadryl to help me sleep better. People poking me, and then they decided to give me Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer, which I was prescribed so I don't grind my teeth. And I don't take it. I just stopped taking it because I don't like the way it makes me feel, and I told them that. But they gave it to me anyways without telling me. So they gave me Benadryl, which makes you sleepy, and Flexeril, which is a muscle relaxer, which makes you pretty much like unconscious. So giving those to me, I started like getting real. I was like hallucinating. I was having like goofy dreams, and I was seeing goofy stuff. It just wasn't a good cocktail. I don't know why they did that. So that third night was terrible. I did finally sleep throughout the night, but wow. I've never experienced a trip like that in my life. And so that next day, I see the CDC doctor in the morning, and he goes, well, all your tests have come back negative, and I don't think you have anything. I think it's just a really, really awful virus that for some reason has taken you weeks to get over, and you basically just need to ride it out. And I was like, well, that's not a very good answer. I was like, what happens if another week goes by and I still have a fever? And he's like, come back, and we'll do more testing. And I was like, well, fantastic. So they basically get ready to discharge me, and I still have a fever, and I'm still not feeling good. But they can't keep me because the hospital's completely swamped, and there's no rooms, and I don't have meningitis, so they let me go. So it's in the afternoon. Kim's at work, so my mom has to come get me and take me home. So they get me all packaged up. We carry all this stuff out. They discharge me, and basically they call my family doctor, and I wasn't going to be able to get in for months. The dude's always booked. And I've seen him my whole life, but it doesn't matter. He's just swamped. And they're like, he has to see you in like a week. And they're like, cool. So they get me in for a week to see my normal doctor. So I go home, and it's been officially 2 weeks now that I've had a fever. And I get home, and I still have a fever. And at least I'm at home, though. It feels better to be at home than in the hospital. I can take a nice shower. You don't feel dirty. You don't smell like a hospital. Anybody who's been in a hospital knows they smell like sickness and clean at the same time. So, basically, I get home. I still have a fever I have a fever for a week, basically. The next week I have a fever. And I just sleep. I watch Blackhawks games. I sleep. I monitor my temperature all the time, and I'm taking Tylenol and ibuprofen. My biggest concern is that you shouldn't take Tylenol and ibuprofen for that long. It could cause organ damage again, but the fever can cause organ damage when you have a high fever for that long. So I'm at home. I'm trying to eat food, which I don't because I'm just so sick. Take some showers, which feels nice. And a week goes by. Still have a fever. Now, towards the end of the third week, I start coming up. Like, one day I woke up. It was like 2 days in a row that I had a fever of like a 99.0. And that was the lowest it's been these last 3 weeks. It was always like 102 or more. So that was a good thing. I started feeling a little better. Very weak. Very, very weak, but a little better. And I'm still taking Tylenol and ibuprofen to break it so I can get up and do stuff. Just very gently because I'm weak. And so then that next week was my doctor's appointment. It actually was like 2 weeks. So it was like, they said I needed to see him in a week, but I don't think I got in for 2 weeks because I got home. There was a week that I didn't see him and I still had a fever, so it was 3 weeks. So that week that I had to see him, it was on a Wednesday, another new comic book day. I didn't go then, so I missed a lot of new comic book days, and I had to order a lot online, and I lost a lot of money ordering online because Midtown charges a small fortune. I should have ordered from Lone Star, but I was sick and I was just loopy from the fever. And Midtown already takes a discount off the books. It's like 15%, and that's like that's what the discount that I get at my local comic shop for having a pull list. So I was like, whatever, it's like the same thing. But then when you check out and you have a stack of books, it's like $7-8, and I'm like, yeah, right, $7-8 to ship a stack of books from New York to Illinois, which is only a couple states away, should not cost $8, $9, $10 when Lone Star is in Texas and they can do it in $4 shipping and send me like a crate of books. So Midtown can suck my ass on that one. Can't stand Midtown. Um, so basically, I ordered a ton of books. I'm not gonna show them because it's just they're so old now. Like I know they're not. I just made the decision that I'm not gonna show you guys my pull list from the weeks. It's just all new books. I haven't had a chance to go out and get Silver Ages or anything. I haven't been on the computer. Just been in my bed. Kim took care of me. She's a trooper. She's amazing. She took care of me, and she was getting sick as well. So I go to the doctor, and by the time I get to the doctor, I'm already doing good. I mean, I'm doing better. No fevers. I'm feeling good. I'm taking vitamins, and I'm finally eating good again, which is fantastic. And the doctor, I see my normal doctor, and he goes, he can see everything because, he's kind of like an in-network with the hospital that I went into, and he can see everything they've done. And he goes, well, I think it was just a really awful virus, and you just need to take it easy. You're going to feel weak. It's probably going to take you a month to get your energy back and to feel normal, to feel like you're wild. I'm an eccentric person. I'm funny, and I didn't feel like that. Even though I had no fever and I was feeling better, I was very weak. I didn't feel like I had my footing. I felt like I was going to fall, and it just wasn't great. It wasn't a good time. I didn't feel better, even though it looked like I was getting better. And he goes, basically, it's going to take like a month for you to feel better again. So I go, okay. So I made the decision that I wasn't going to do much. I wasn't going to YouTube. I wasn't going to stress myself out over doing videos and sitting here and uploading them, waiting for them to be done, and typing in titles and all that. And I was just going to focus on getting better and getting back to you guys in my 100% normal state, which I am now. So that's where I've been. I know it's been 30 minutes of me telling that story, but that's where I've been. It's been almost a full month now since you've seen me, and my birthday's coming up, and I'm thankful that I'm completely 100% for my birthday, because what a miserable birthday that would be if I still had fever. I don't think I'd be alive if I had fevers for another whole month. I think my organs would fail or whatever. But it's good to feel better. I have another checkup here in December, mid-December, to see my doctor. My birthday is on Friday, December 2nd, and I told Kim that she asked me what I wanted to do, and I told her I just wanted to go comic book hunting. I haven't been to like the shops for back issues and everything. I told her I just want to go hunt, and she goes, "Really? You just want to go? You just want to look at comics?" And I was like, "Yeah." I don't know. I don't know what she wanted me to say. Like, I don't know if she wanted me to say go out for a romantic dinner or whatever. But I've been fighting with I just wanted to go look at comic books for my birthday. I know Doom kind of did the same thing. He went comic hunting, so I like that idea. I just wanted to go comic hunting. I want to go to maybe drive and go to some stores I don't normally go to, or hit up some pawn shops or whatever. I just wanted to just make a day of comic books. I was so out of the loop. I was getting depressed when I was sick because, I look forward to Wednesdays. I look forward to going every Wednesday. Me and Kim we go to the comic book store. We get bubble teas. We get lunch. It's a great fun day. I mean, we go Pokemon Go hunt. We play Pokemon Go, so we go Pokemon Going. But it's an awesome. I don't know. I have a great day on Wednesdays, and I missed like a month and weeks of Wednesdays because I was sick. And Kim, bless her heart, she was gonna go and get my pull list for me. She was like, "Just make me a list and I'll go get them." And I was like, "No, it's not the same. There's no fun in that." Plus, she didn't want to leave my side. But Kim's been the biggest trooper through this whole ordeal, and basically, I just wanted to say thank you guys for all the awesome comments on the video that she made. She showed the Semper Fi comic guy the prize, The Walking Dead. I want to say how awesome. She was so happy to read every comment. Every time I got an email notification, she'd be like, "Oh, let me read the comment." So she read all your comments, and they were awesome. And I thank you guys for giving her so much love and support in that video. And she she's gonna do some more. She'd be here filming with me right now, but she has had a hectic work week with Black Friday and Thanksgiving. Since she's a store manager, she doesn't get a day off. She worked Thanksgiving all day. She worked Black Friday all day. She worked Saturday all day. And then she had to go in at 3 o'clock on Sunday, yesterday, and work until 2 p.m. and then come home. And she slept since she came home until she went to work today, early in the morning. She slept all day. So it's been a long process. I've been wanting to make some videos for you guys, but there just hasn't been the right time, and family and health comes first. And I hope you guys understand that. But I do miss you guys a lot. I miss making videos, and I'm happy to be doing this now. I'm so excited. So I want to thank the people who commented on my videos. I'm sorry I didn't get back to you, but hopefully now you guys understand where I've been and what has happened to me. And like I said, this is going to be a long video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you don't watch it, that's okay. We're going to get back to the regularly scheduled program this week, and hopefully I'll be showing you comics again, no problem. I'm going to be showing you some stuff in this video, so I hope you guys stick around. But I have some shout-outs I want to do, okay? There are a lot of people that ask me questions in my videos, and before I started recording this, I wanted to pull them up and answer them. I'm going to be doing them in another video. I've seen everybody's comments. I just haven't responded, and I'm going to. And anybody who asks me questions in my videos about Mylar, about boxes, I'm going to be answering them for you in a video, because I feel like you deserve it. You watch my video, you have questions for me, and I'm going to answer them for you. It's just not in this video. I'm going to make a little special video for just you guys who ask me questions, and it's been so long since I answered them. But I also want to shout out a bunch of people, a very amazing group of people who there's a group of people in the comic book community that knew that I was sick, that I was in the hospital. I didn't want to let it get out to everybody. I don't want a lot of my personal business. I didn't want people to be freaking out and worried or whatever. So there's a very small group of people that I talked to outside the comic book community that knew that I was dealing with it. Of course, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I'm in the Blaster Stasher group, but if you're friends with me on Facebook, you knew I was in the hospital. I posted a status with my family. A lot of my family, wish me good wishes, and it sucks. So there was a group of people who knew what was going on with me, and I want to give them a shout out because I got such kind messages of support and hope you get better. And mainly the Hall of Justice. You know who you are, Hall of Justice. Every single one of you. Text messages, messages from other apps. Thank you so much. It really kept my spirits up to hear from you guys. The Hall of Justice is amazing, and I just want to, big shout out to you guys, every single one of you. And Semper Fi Comic Guy, I talked to him outside of YouTube. Ever since when I first started YouTube, I was texting him. So he texted me, I hope I was doing well, and that was amazing. So Semper Fi, thank you so much for those well wishes while I was in the hospital. I did have my phone, and I did read everyone's, and I know I responded to you. I know I might have not responded the best, but I was super feverish, and I was all over the place. So I do appreciate all the well wishes. And I have a lot of acts of kindness, I guess you'd call them. Awesome acts of kindness that I got when I was sick. And I haven't opened any of them. And that's what this other half of this video is going to be. I've had them for a long time, and I haven't opened them. First, hang on a second. Kim, before I got sick, she got me like a gift. She got me a gift on Halloween because it was like our 5 years of knowing each other. Halloween, we went on our first date on Halloween, and we've been together ever since. So she got me this hat. It's a Batman hat. It's really sweet. I love it. It's got a big bat symbol on the front. It's from Batman vs. Superman. Fear the Bat Hero. Save our city. I love this hat. She got me this one. Of course, you've seen, I think I showed these in the Halloween video. Of course, this is the hat I picked the prizes from. She got me this one too. It's kind of got these white dots on it. Kind of looks like space. And then you got this metal bat symbol. And of course, like Batman kicking the crap out of people on the brim. But that was awesome. She also got me a Funko Pop She got me Freddy Krueger because I love horror movies, and I think besides having Regan from The Exorcist, I think this is the one I really liked. I have Michael Myers. I have Beetlejuice, which is kind of like a horror movie. I have Elvira, Chucky, Jason Voorhees, of course, is my favorite. But not she got me Freddy Krueger, which is absolutely incredible. Who doesn't like Freddy Krueger? Look at him with his sweater. So she got me nice little gifts. Of course, she got me a lot of candy, which I couldn't barely eat because I was so sick. But I just want to say thank you so much, Kim, and I love you. And I know you're not going to see this video, but I just wanted to do it anyways because I had so much amazing people, so much support, and I attest to you guys for me getting better and getting to 100%. So I got a lot of awesome acts of kindness that I got when I got sick, and I didn't open them because look, this is from A.G. Surfer. He sent me this. He can attest to this. He sent me this forever ago, and I have not opened it because I wanted to do it on video. Because anybody who sends me something, I just want to show the appreciation for you sending me this stuff in a video. So I'm going to go ahead and open all of these awesome acts of kindness. That's what this other half of this video is going to be. These awesome acts of kindness that I got. And first I'm going to go in order from which they came. And that was AG's, because he has his has been here the longest. And it's a pop. You can see it. Of course, I took it out of the box, but I have not opened it. And we got to get this pop out because I've been dying to see it. Sorry if the microphone picks up sound. Try to throw that over there. He wrapped everything really great. Considering it came all the way from the West Coast here and was like absolutely perfect condition. Was amazing. Oh, you know what? We had problems with AG's. I remember now. So he sent it, and it didn't get delivered to where it was supposed to, which was my parents' house. Because whenever somebody sends stuff to me, I have it sent to my parents' house, so shit doesn't get stolen. And it's always guaranteed to get there, right? So he goes, did it get there? It says that FedEx says that it got there. And I go, no, my mom says there's no package for me. So I go to my parents' house, and I call FedEx. I'm like, listen, it's not here. And the Indian guy on the phone's like, well, have you checked like around the house, on top of the house? Like, why the fuck would it be on top of my house? Like, or why would it be around the house? Why would they put that there? Like, they leave it on the front porch. Nobody steals. It's a gated community. So it's basically lost. It basically long story short, it got delivered to a neighbor's house, which I don't know how that happens because it wasn't like AG didn't write out the address, so it wasn't like their writing was terrible. It was computer printed my address, and it was perfect. So they delivered it all the way down at the end of the street to some neighbor's house, and they didn't follow it up. AG called FedEx, and the neighbor finally delivered it to my house. I mean, I think it was like a week later, the neighbor finally, he had it for a week. He had the package for a week, finally delivered it, and he told my dad that he didn't know whose package it was. But there's a big printout on the front that says to So Comics, blah, 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 blah address. And I was like, how do you not know where it goes? That's who it's for. It's not for you. I think maybe he was hoping that nobody was going to inquire about it and he was going to get to keep whatever was inside, which was really shitty. This is the first time I've ever had anything like that happen. And that's why I normally have stuff sent to my parents' house because it's a for sure. I always get my packages. Nothing ever gets stolen. I have stuff sent to my house and I'm not there and it sits on my front porch. It will get stolen. It 100% will not be there when I go get it, and I won't get it back. It won't be delivered to the wrong address. Somebody will have it. So, we had some funny times with this. Funny, frustrating times with the FedEx. But AG, this is amazing. Thank you so much. He sent me Steampunk Batman, the Hot Topic exclusive. I don't have this, and I really like Steampunk Batman. He's kind of like from Gotham by Gaslight by Gotham, I think it's called. And he's amazing. Look how cool he is. I can never have enough Batman Funko Pops. And Elvis, of course, is going to bark for you guys because you missed him, right? So check that out. Very cool from AG. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. He's going to go up on the wall. I gotta take you guys a picture. Maybe I'll do another video later of my wall. I cleaned off some shelves, and I got all my Funkos looking real great up there. They're not on my desk anymore, but we got some junk. So he also sent me this, which we're going to open. I know what this is because he told me he was going to grab it for me. He sent it in a nice... I'm going to keep these. Every time somebody sends me something in these, or I order something, they come in these comic mailers, I save them. Because they're like perfect condition, and they're the best way to send comic books. Okay, so we're taped down. Got some blue painter's tape, which is great because it doesn't stick to anything. So we'll get this bad mamma jamma out. Wow, he even put it in a bag. AG, you are a great packager, my friend. You are a fantastic packager. I'm gonna set this over there to reuse it. I'm gonna reuse your amazing package, AG. Thank you so much. Let's get this out of the bag. Oh man, this is a nice big bag too. This is a thick one. I'm keeping this as well. Okay, so I don't collect all of these, but I did go to my comic shop to get this the day it came out with my pull list, and they were sold out. I know these sell out fast, and AG and Tat were able to get a bunch, and AG was like, I'll hook you up, bro, don't worry. And I was like, thanks, dude. So this is the Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, number 22. It's got the Ghostbusters on the front cover. I thought it was a fantastic cover as Homer is the Stay Puft. And I might start picking up the other ones. They're a little pricey. But I really wanted this. I really wanted this issue. I've always loved the Ghostbusters. I mean, I don't dress up as them or anything or cosplay, but I remember playing with the toys when I was a kid and the proton packs, and I loved the original movies. Who doesn't like the Ghostbusters? So I just really wanted this book, and he hooked me up. So thank you so much, AG Surfer, for the comic, which is really nice condition, by the way, and the Funko Pop. I love this Funko Pop, and it's going up on my wall, and I'll take a picture of it once it's up there. So thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. Next, and this person I want to talk about a little bit, and he sent me something in the midst of my fever. When the package came to my parents' house, I don't know how he got my address. I don't know. I still don't know how he got it, because I asked around when I got better, and I don't know. I guess I could have just asked him. But he sent me something, and it was like a get well kind of A.A.O.K. It wasn't like a random act of kindness. It was more of like a get better kind of thing. It was a care package. So I really appreciate that a lot. And during my fever, they dropped the package off at my house. My parents dropped it off my mail. And I didn't know who it was from. I was so feverish that even though your name was on the box, I opened it up anyways. And I looked at the books and I was like, I didn't order these. And I thought maybe Kim ordered them off eBay. And I didn't realize that your name was right there. So I just want to apologize for not doing an unboxing because I already unboxed them in my feverish, craziness that I was in. But this is from Justin Byers. He sent me a bunch of books as like Get Well, Get Better, and it was a really great. I've looked through a lot of them. I haven't opened them all up yet. They're open. I haven't taken them out of the bags yet because I wanted to, show you guys your stuff on videos. So let me go ahead. So Justin Byers, thank you so much for sending me these. I really appreciate it. The care package was amazing, and I appreciate all these books, and I'm going to look through them now that I'm 100%, and when I look at stuff, I'm not seeing goofy things from my fever being too high. So, because I felt like I was seeing my own superheroes and my own comic books and my fever being so high, everything was insane. So he sent me Thunderbolt number 2 by DC. Very cool. Um, let's do this. Let's set them here. Okay, we're gonna set those there. He sent me Liberty #1. Really cool cover. Check that out. Agent Liberty. He sent me. Okay, so there's some on the backs. This is Batman Gotham Knights #1. Really sweet. Gotta love Batman. And then on the back there's Firestorm #56. Love some Firestorm. And plus the Hawk's in this. At the bottom, this is plus the Hawk. And this is also a crossover from the Legends, which is, some of those books are a little hot right now with the, in my opinion, not so great Suicide Squad movie, but yeah, that's just my opinion. He also sent me The Ray #1 by DC. Love DC books. We all know I'm a DC fanatic. And then Azrael, the Agent of the Bat #94. Really sweet cover. Both are sweet covers. Look at that one. I love the purple lightning on the back of that one. That one's amazing. He sent me Batman vs. Predator 1 of 3. Look at that. Who doesn't love some cross-fighting action? And then on the back, this is Superman 133. Yeah, Superman 133. That's great because I don't have a whole lot of Superman books. As you know, I've been enjoying the new Superman Rebirth, but I normally don't get into Superman, but I always need some Superman books. And then he sent me this, which is great because I said in a few videos that I don't get into Marvel, but there's one Marvel character that I super respect and I've always wanted to get into, and that's Spider-Man. And it's hard not to respect Spider-Man, really. I think in the Marvel Universe, Spider-Man has some of the best villains, in my opinion. And I wanted to get into him, and I am getting into him. And so that's fantastic. So he sent me the Amazing Spider-Man 539, which is the Back in Black. And this is such a sweet cover. Look at that cover. That's an awesome cover. Look at him. I know about Spider-Man. I do. I know a lot of the story. I haven't read a lot of the books, but I watched the cartoon when I was younger, and my little brother was super into Spider-Man when he was a little, and I out of all the Marvel characters, Spider-Man was the one that I was like, he's cool. I love his villains. I love a lot of his villains, and I would get into him, but DC's always been my thing. And I'm never going to change. But I am going to get into Spider-Man more, so you're probably going to see some Spider-Man pickups in my videos. Because I am getting into Spider-Man more. So thank you so much, Justin Byers. And there's more. He sent me more. But this is really great. This is a nice start to me collecting Spider-Man. I'm going to make I'm going to pop a new short box open for Spider-Man. It's not going to be a Marvel short box. It's going to be just for Spider-Man and his other series, Web of Spider, Peter Parker, all that kind of stuff. Sorry if you guys can hear the rain. I don't know if you can. It's raining like crazy, and it's absolutely freezing outside. And it's been raining all day like madness, so. He also sent me JLA #17. I do collect the JLA, so this is great. This is part of the Morrison run. Fantastic. Look at that cover. Thank you so much for the JLA. I always love looking at the ads on the backs of these because the older ones always have such great ads. And this is for the this is for Superman for the Game Boy. Look at that, Superman on the Game Boy. Man, look at those. I like how they even they show little tiny pictures of the graphics from the game because it's just like black and white, green and black goodness of the Game Boy. That's amazing. I love seeing those old game ads. I love ads in the books. I think a lot of people like seeing the old ads in the books. The new ads suck though. The double Twix ad across the bottom of the page, and there's only 2 panels. It makes me not want to eat Twix. Screw Twix. So Justin Byers also sent me DC Universe Rebirth Cyborg #1, and I don't think I picked up Cyborg. If I remember, I don't think I picked it up, and so he sent it to me. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna check it out because I didn't pick it up because I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it, and I already had plans on. I already pick up Justice League, so I try not to get a lot of these single. I mean, I get Batman, of course, and Superman, but I try not to pick up a lot of these solo heroes because I'm going to read them in the Justice League, and I like them as a team better. I do like Cyborg in the Titans though, so New Teen Titans is one of my favorite series. So I will check this out. Thank you so much, Justin Byers. I'm going to show you that cover again. That's an amazing cover with a lot of stuff going on. Check that out, Cyborg #1. I will be reading that. Now here's a book that I did go through, and Justin, this is an amazing book, and it's so big. I'm gonna have to get a magazine bag for it. I don't have any magazine, so I'm gonna have to keep it in this one you sent me, and until I get some magazine size bags and boards. But this book is awesome, and I'm probably gonna make a separate video where I go through this book. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is one of my favorite movies. I mean, this is what I watch over and over again that sparked my love for Batman. He sent me this, and I did go through this when I was sick. Let me show it to you in the bag first before I take it out. And this is the official movie souvenir magazine for Batman. This is awesome. It's got all sorts of cool behind the scenes pictures. I mean, no, you're gonna get that in the DVD, but look at that. Look at the Batmobile. I mean, this is just a fantastic movie. It's got a lot of insider stuff. This big full spread. Look at that centerfold. This is like the Playboy of Batman magazines. Just lots of great stuff from the movie. Lots of little stuff that I don't think you saw in the movie. Lots of stills and arts. Yeah, look at this toy. An ad for the Batman toy. The toy don't look the greatest. I mean, because you got Batman next to him. Look at him. You can bring the action now. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. There's like Batman's utility belt gadgets that were used in the movie. Not just his gadgets in the comics. This is straight just the movie. Of course, the actors' profiles. And then there's got some collecting. There's like a section on collecting where this guy's got like a Batman room, and I'll have to make a video where I have this down on a table and I film with my phone, and that way you guys can really see the pages. And there's some Batman soapies, or soakies. If you don't know what soakies are, they were bubble baths. Like, they were like full-size Batmans. They were bubble baths. You open them, and then kids would save the containers because they were Batman and Robin or whatever, so they'd play with them. So I got some of those in there. It's got a bunch of toys and lunch boxes, pretty much just showing all the Batman merchandise. And then it also has, you can also order from this magazine the official Batman merchandise. You can order shirts and a poster and a necklace from the official Batman merchandise stuff. And then, of course, it's got lunch boxes and stuff. And then on the very last page, if you like the Batman movie, you'll love these. And then it gets you into comics. And I feel like that's what maybe needs to happen more. It's like if you love the movie, you need to check out these comic books. And they're the Batman, the movie adaptation, The Dark Knight, Batman Year One, and the greatest Batman stories ever told. So you could order these. They're basically graphic novels. And you can order them from this magazine, which is nice because I figured this would be ripped out. So it's probably good that it's still in here. You basically send this in with the money. Please add $2 per title, order for postage and handling. Yep, so you'd rip this off. Send me the following books. You know, let's see. The Batman movie adaptation was going for $4.95. The Dark Knight was going for $12.95. Batman Year One, $9.95. And the greatest Batman stories ever told, $19.95. So that's really cool that they're trying to get you into comics, and of course, those are some great ones. Batman Year One is a great one to get into, so that should have been like #1 on the list. And of course, on the back, it's got this Batman the role-playing game. You can get it at your pick up at your role playing game at your local hobby store, or you can order it from the Yellow Pages at this number. So thank you, Justin Byers. This is fantastic. I want to get in a magazine bag, maybe even a magazine Mylar, and put it up on display, because this is a fantastic book. Let me show you that again. This is a great thing to have. I appreciate it so much, and I thank you for sending it to me. And I appreciate the care package. It boosted my spirits even though I was in a fever, and I opened it and I was like, did I order something when I was all fevered up and I didn't know where it came from? So I appreciate it so much, Justin Byers. Thank you so much. And I've been talking for over an hour now, and I feel like I need water. But we're going to power on, and because I have more awesome acts of kindness that I got. So this next one, I already opened the box, and I'm not going to show you addresses, okay, guys? But this is for my Hall of Justice brother, Fredeez. My boy Fredeez. We had a long conversation when I was sick. I'm going to have to hold this away because of the paper. He wrapped it in paper. But we had a long conversation when I was sick about cartoons and how much I love cartoons and he loves cartoons. And he was talking about I love Voltron. He loves Voltron. I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you've seen this, but he loves Voltron. I love Voltron too. I love Thundercats. I actually moved all of my... I had a lot of the box sets on the top of my shelf here. A lot of my DVDs that I don't watch anymore because I have Blu-rays now. So the top drawer of the entertainment center behind me, there's a drawer. There's 3 drawers actually. The top drawer has all my Blu-rays in it, you know, all lined up so you can take them out and put them right in the PS4. But I cleaned off a lot of my box sets, my Thundercats and Dragon Ball Z and all that. I have a lot of the full DVD box sets. Of course, I was telling him about some of the older cartoons that don't get enough love that I really liked, like Jason the Wheeled Warriors. If you haven't seen Jason the Wheeled Warriors, I suggest checking it out. The intro is amazing. Those 90s and 80s cartoons have some of the best intros and music theme songs in the entire planet. It doesn't get any better than those. So I would highly suggest checking those out. But we had a big conversation. He said, yo, S, my brother, I want to send you this. He goes, I got so much love for Voltron, and I know he's got so much love, and this came out of his collection. This is amazing. He told me he was going to send me this, and I don't have any Voltron stuff, unfortunately. I have seen them all, because I used to watch them on TV all the time. And I have the toys. I don't have any of my toys that I had when I was a kid. I would bust them up, play with them outside. But he sent me this. This is the Voltron Collection 5. This is in the black lion tin. It's still sealed. And I don't know if I'm going to open it. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to take it out of the seal or not. I'm going to see if Fredeez, maybe Fredeez make the call on that. Because I don't know if I want to open it. Because it's just, I mean, it's still packaged. It's amazing. Look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. The Black Lion, I mean, who doesn't love the Black Lion, really? Realistically, if you don't like the Black Lion, who's your favorite then? Like, who is your favorite? You know, do you even like Voltron? You know what I mean? But, I don't know if I'm going to open this. Approximately 300 minutes. That's a lot of Voltron to watch. Thank you so much, Fredeez. This is amazing. I want to display this, so I don't know if I want to unseal it. I mean, I guess I can still display it if it's unsealed, but I want to put it up there next to my Pops, because it's just so amazing. I love that it's the line sticks out of the tin. I love box sets and tins that come this nice. A lot of the animes and cartoons that I have that are in box sets, they're just boxes. I don't have one to show you, but they're not as nice as this. When I bought the Thundercats in box set, it just literally comes in a box that has art around it, and then the DVDs are inside, labeled, and it's just a box that closes. but nowhere near as nice as this. I love when movies come in nice tins, and they're even like the Blu-rays when they come in like the metal cases. I really like that more than the plastic or the DVDs. This is really nice. Fredeez, thank you so much for giving me something out of your collection. And I'm going to cherish this. And it's going to be a hard battle whether I want to open it up and watch them all. Because, I mean, I know I can watch them all. I can download them all and watch them. And that way I don't have to open this up. But there's some stuff in here that I kind of want to see. Like lost episodes and lost footage and remastered film transfers, that kind of stuff. That's what makes me want to open it up and watch it and see all this stuff. But then again, I want to keep it sealed and display it too. So I'm gonna have to have a talk with Fredeez about what I'm gonna do about this. But Fredeez, thank you so much, brother. This is amazing. Thank you for giving me something out of your collection. And let me tell you, it didn't go into the wrong hands because I love cartoons. I watch cartoons every day. I mean, it's probably the thing that I watch the most. I actually fall asleep to cartoons. Kim hates it. I have to fall asleep with the TV on with cartoons on. She hates it. She wants to fall asleep in the pitch black, but I can't do it. I mean, we had a long conversation. Freddie knows. We talked about cartoons forever. Maybe I'll do a video. There's a lot of projects I want to do on YouTube, but maybe I'll do a video showcasing some of my more obscure cartoons from the 80s and 90s that I watched a ton that maybe you haven't seen, and maybe you should check out if you see my reviews of them. Maybe I'll do something like that. I know it's not comic booky, but I feel like it kind of falls into that realm. Like, you know, G.I. Joes. Who didn't watch G.I. Joes? Come on, their intro was amazing. Who didn't watch Transformers? Who didn't watch Thundercats? Who didn't watch He-Man? Who didn't watch Voltron? I mean, a lot of people didn't watch Jason the Wheeled Warriors, but if you go watch the intro, go watch Jason the Wheeled Warriors theme song, and it will be stuck in your head forever. There's so many others, and maybe I'll do a video. Maybe you guys can leave me some comments if you get through this whole hour-long plus video. Get through all the comments. And leave me a comment. Do you think that's a good idea or not? Or maybe I'll just mention it in a video and whatever. But if you're interested in talking cartoons, hit up Fredeez. This dude knows his cartoons. And if you want to talk Voltron, you definitely hit him up. He would school me left and right on Voltron. I know more about the others. I mean, I watched Voltron. I love Voltron. I had the toys. But he would probably school me. He's probably seen them way more times than I have. But yeah, I love the Thundercats. Love me Jason the Wheeled Warriors. If I ever found Jason the Wheeled Warriors toys boxed, which is super hard because it wasn't a popular show, I would definitely buy them. I'm sure they're $200s, $300s of dollars. But thank you so much again, Fredeez, for this. We're going to have a discussion what we're going to do with it. And yeah, I appreciate it greatly, man. So this next one is from my other brother from the Hall of Justice, and that is Davis Comic Finds. Davis the Dark Knight Comic Finds, because I don't know if you've noticed, but I think he's on Team DC. Oh, Kim also got me this. I forgot to show this. She got me a Batman pajama set when I was sick, and it came with this sweet Batman shirt. And I'd show you guys the Batman pants, but they're huge. For some reason, they didn't hem them right, and the legs are massive. But they're sweet. They have Batman all over them. But I really like this shirt out of the pajamas, and I wear it like it is an everyday shirt. It's got the bat symbol, which is really sweet. And I don't know if you can see them. There's little bat symbols inside of the bat symbol, so that's really sweet. So I got my Batman shirt on. And Davis told me he was sending me these things. He said one thing in here is for Kim. Unfortunately, she can't be here, and she's been so crazy. I will show her when she gets home, and I will record her reaction for you, Davis, and send it to you. But, yeah, she'll be excited, whatever it is. And we're going to dig into this box. So, Davis, thank you so much. This is another awesome act of kindness. What is this? I did not know he was sending me this. This was on top. He sent me some nice bubble wrap. Look at how... It's the bubble wrap that's those thick bubbles. Look at this. trying to hold it away from the mic so it doesn't pick it up. But those are man, Davis, you got me those thick bubbles. Davis the Caped Crusader comic finds. Coming at you with the big bubble wrap. And yeah, what I was saying, I don't know if you know this, but Davis is like, I think he's a DC bro now. I think he's strictly sworn off Marvel, and he's just DC. Because I don't know if you've seen his last haul, but you can tell he was very, very happy to own everything DC. And I can see this becoming a very healthy thing for him. So we're going to call him Davis the Dark Knight comic finds from now on. So if you refer to Davis, make sure he's the Dark Knight. He's the detective. Davis the detective comic find. Great guy. This is amazing, Davis. I didn't know you were sending this. This is crazy. This is another thing I want to take it out of the package and play with. But once again, I don't. Let me take it out of this little bag that it's in. He sent me this. This is a little Batman projection laser light. That the laser is the bat symbol. It says "Try me." How do you try me when you're in the package? Try me. I don't know how you're supposed to try it without taking it out. It literally says "Try me" right here, but the button's on the bottom. And how are you supposed to press it? Yeah, I don't know if I want to take this out. I try to keep my Batman stuff sealed, but at the same time, I kind of want to taunt Kim with bat signals everywhere. You know, shut off the bathroom when she's showering and shine the bat signal on the ceiling, and then come busting in. Or just, you know, do some lines from the movies, you know, like the Rachel, you know, like the deep, gritty voice. Thank you so much, David. This is amazing. I don't know if I want to open this or not. I'm gonna battle for a whole 24 hours whether I want to take it out, and I probably will because I kind of want to troll Kim. So thank you so much, and I'm gonna save this bubble wrap. Is this a letter? He sent me a letter. So let's see what it says. I'm gonna do a quick glance. Okay, so we're gonna read it. So it says, "Dear Steven," that's my name. You guys know my name. I think I've said it. Me and the Doom. Another brother from the Hall of Justice, the great The Doom. Me and him have the same name. Hey, great names for great people, right, Doom? So, dear Steven, So Comics, and Kim. Hello, Steven. Hope you're feeling a lot better. I just wanted to send you a few miscellaneous books, and there's a little smiley face. Thought you might appreciate them. First, there's a stack of amazing Spider-Man doubles. Davis, that's amazing. To get you started on your collection. These are for you, Steven. Take good care of my babies, especially the Craven one, so I can't wait to see what that is. Next is the TMNT movie comic. This book has sentimental value for me. I watched the first TMNT movie so many times when I was a kid. Smiley face. I did too, Davis. I am probably a massive TMNT fan. I know a lot of you are. I know OMG is. I know Rig is. I don't know why we don't talk about TMNT more, but I was obsessed. Besides Batman, there's two things. If you asked my mother what I was obsessed with when I was younger, besides video games, besides the Nintendo, she will tell you it was the Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every time we went out, we would go to this toy store, and it was shaped like a castle. And I don't remember what it was called, but it might have been like Camelot Toys or something like that. I think it was called Camelot Toys. Independent toy store. It was outside of the mall, which the building's still there, but it went from being a toy store to a, oh crap, what was it? It's a Gander Mountain now, but it used to be a toy store. I used to go in there, and I used to get the original Ninja Turtle toys, and every time I'd get a new one, and I think I had every single turtle toy and vehicle, and like the sewers, the big sewer set. I had it for Batman too. I had the Bat Cave. And I remember there was a place where you could put Batman in, and if you spun it, it was like he changed his costume, and he went from Bruce Wayne to Batman. I had that, and I had the Batmobiles. I had the Batplane, the originals. I had so many toys, man, and I played with them until they busted up, and I don't have any, which is unfortunate. I wish I had even one. I have a couple toys, and I know they're lying around or in a case somewhere. I think the only toys that I found that I saved they're not in the boxes, they're heavily played with, are from Bucky O'Hare. That was another cartoon that I was absolutely obsessed with, was Bucky O'Hare. But Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Batman are one of the two biggest things that influenced me as a kid. I had to always get the video games. I had to always play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game when I went to birthday parties at like Discovery Zone and Dave and Buster's. Even now, if I go to Dave and Buster's in Chicago, if I see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game, I gotta play it. Of course, I have them all on Nintendo. Now I have the games. I love the TMNT, so I can't wait to see that, Davis. And continue. Last but not least is my second copy of one of my favorite comics covers. You'll just have to look in the back to find out what it is. The condition of this book is not very good, so be very delicate with it. I will. I'm very delicate. Do you see these hands? These are very delicate, baby soft, lotiony, clean, hand sanitized. Here's my bottle. It's low of hand sanitizer that I keep on my desk. And I hand sanitize before I touch any book. I will be very delicate. I will touch it very softly. This one is for both you and Kim. So he already told me one's for Kim. She's not going to see this video, so it's not going to be spoiled. And she'll be home here any minute. So she will... I'll send you a recording of her being super excited. If you decide to read it, be careful. If it's that delicate, I'll probably just I'll buy it digitally, and that way me and her can both read it on our tablets. And I'll be very careful, Davis. Oh great, my camera's gonna start getting all wonky. Here, camera's getting wonky. Let's fix it. There we go. I need a new camera, guys, I'm telling you. Anyways, I hope you enjoy these books, and that you don't have all of them. I'm sure I don't have any of them. I don't have any Spider-Man books, except for the one Justin Byer sent me. So hopefully we didn't cross paths with that one. Truly, Dustin Davis Comic Finds. He signed his name, but I call him Dustin. I call him Davis, the Dark Knight Comic Finds. P.S. I typed this out instead of writing it because my handwriting stinks. Smiley face. P.P.S. I also threw in a pocket bat signal for those scary Chicago nights. Trust me, I think I might be using it. I've been battling it the whole time here, whether I'm going to take it out and use it. I really want to troll Kim. I want to even like use it when I'm out in the car and stuff. So I might take it out. I'm probably going to take it out, Davis, and use it. I want to see it. I want to put it on the wall. So let's get these out. Nice bubble wrap, Davis. I'm going to be saving that. And he sent it to me in a Midtown Comics bag. I saved these two. These are great bags to keep. Taped up. Sorry for the paper sounds. We're going to have to knife into this. There we go. I ripped the bag with the knife. Not saving it now. It's all ripped up. I cut it. Hopefully I didn't cut any books. I don't think I did. Alright, let's be careful, because sorry about the noise. He told me to be delicate. Where am I going to set these? I'm going to do this. I'm going to set them here, and then I'm going to set them here. Okay, we're going to do this. So thank you, Davis. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is definitely getting me on the right track to Spider-Man. I told him, I looked to his advice. I talked to him outside of YouTube, and I looked to his advice. I was seeing a lot of Spider-Man books in my local comic shop, and I wanted to pick them up. And I don't know what the value of Marvel, a lot of the Marvel books are, because I'm not interested in them, so I don't know. So I'm always asking Davis and Tat and AG if these are good prices on books, and they're always like, no, that's too much. And Davis was like, listen, I'm gonna go through my doubles, and if there's any doubles that you want, I'll send them to you. And I told him, I was like, I really want to get started, and I really like Hobgoblin, and I want to get into Hobgoblin and Mysterio. I really like Mysterio. He's probably one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. He's just so cool. But this is getting me started on my my Hobgoblin kick here. Amazing Spider-Man 278. Very cool Hobgoblin. I know this is a Hobgoblin story because I've been researching. 278. This is Amazing Spider-Man 284. This is a great cover. Check that out. And we have Amazing Spider-Man 285. Got the Punisher on the front cover. The Punisher gets involved. Gang War Part 2. Look at that. So that's in order. Let's put these in order. 284, 278. Let's do this. Put them upside down so they're in order. This is Amazing Spider-Man 289, the special double-sized issue. I can't remember if this is the first time that Hobgoblin's revealed. I think there's a couple times. If I'm wrong or right, I'm not too sure. But I think it's the first time you find out who he is. Although I thought there was a cover. I think there's another issue where like it's white and like Spider-Man's pulling off his mask and they figure out who it is. But that's a sweet cover. And more Hobgoblin goodness, 289. And Amazing Spider-Man 354. You got Nova on the front cover. And Moon Knight. So guest starring the Punisher, Night Thrasher, Nova, and Moon Knight. Moon Knight's not on the front cover. It looks like it's Night Thrasher and Nova and Spider-Man. Sorry about my burps, guys. Amazing Spider-Man 354. That's a sweet cover. And then Amazing Spider-Man number 355. Once again, the Punisher, Night Thrasher, and Moon Knight and Nova. And Moon Knight is on the front cover of this, which is sweet. Looks so cool. Look at the Punisher with the Uzi. It's such a sweet cover. Spider-Man is just a great book. I mean, I'm just gonna say it. He's just a great character in the Marvel universe, and you got to respect his villains. You got to respect the characters in his book. There's a lot of Marvel stuff that I'm just like meh, you know. But Spider-Man, you gotta give him respect, and I'm gonna do that by starting getting into them and reading his books. I don't think I'm gonna read any of the new Spider-Man stuff. I think I'm gonna solely catch up and collect Silver Age and Bronze stuff, and catch up on some of the cool stuff. I've been asking Davis and a lot of them about Scarlet Spider. I know about Miles Morales. I plan on picking up his first appearance and all that, but. Really gonna get into Spider-Man along with my DC stuff. So, Amazing Spider-Man 357. Once again, we got the Punisher and Nova, plus Darkhawk and Moon Knight, which they're not on the front cover, but Nova and Punisher are. Amazing cover. I'm gonna be reading all of these, and I should be able to find the middle issues for all these because these are pretty close together, and I should, in my comic shop, be able to find a lot of these. Amazing Spider-Man number 358. Once again, they're all in here. Again, the gang, Punisher, Night Thrasher, Darkhawk, Nova, and Moon Knight. This looks like it's a wraparound cover. I'm not going to take it out, but it is a wraparound cover, I think, or an extended cover. But you can see Moon Knight. I think that's Moon Knight. Yeah, that's got to be Moon Knight, right? Yeah. Punisher. A special 3-part center gatefold cover. So yeah, it's on the back, front, and then it folds out more. So check that out. That's Amazing Spider-Man 358. And Amazing Spider-Man 363, featuring Venom and Carnage, America's favorite killer symbiotes, and their wall-crawling pal, Spider-Man. Still so awesome, we had to put this name on the cover twice again. Amazing Spider-Man. This is Amazing Spider-Man 363. This is a sweet cover. I love the green in the background. I love when there's obscure colors in the background. Greens, purples. This is great. They look amazing. Look at their heads on the cover. That's such a sweet cover. Oh, this one's sweet. This is a Romita Jr. And if he did this cover, this is a good Romita Jr. cover. Considering a lot of the stuff he's puts out recently is poop. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 43. That's an amazing cover. You got it. You look at that. I mean, Romita Jr. I'm pretty sure this is his cover. I don't see. I mean, his name's on the book, unless he did the inside. But if this is Romita Jr. work, this is pretty good for his work. Because lately he's been poop turds. So, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Dave. This is my Spider-Man collection is kicked off huge. I'm going to have to show my little brother all these. Because he used to love Spider-Man. He's gonna like, he's gonna flip with this one I'm looking at right now. Oh my gosh, I just picked up the one underneath. Holy shit, Davis. What are you doing to us? Oh my gosh, I shouldn't have peeked. Holy shit, Davis. Kim is gonna flip a wig. So this is brand new, the brand new day, the Amazing Spider-Man 562, which is the one that Justin Byers sent me. It's pretty close. It's in the 500s, right? Am I pretty close there? Where is it? Here it is. Which number is this? 539. So, man, Justin, you did pretty good there with that Spider-Man, because we're pretty close here. So, this is Amazing Spider-Man 562. Looks like we got some clone action going on. Let's check out that cover. Let's see who did this one. It's dark in here. It's been dark all day because it's been raining. It sucks because I don't think I even saw daylight today. I'm not seeing any names on this cover. We'll figure it out though. I always look up these. So, it's a great cover though. And then, I can't believe you sent me this one, Davis. I know how much you like Craven. Oh my gosh, the one underneath. You're nuts, dude. You're insane. So he sent me this one, The Amazing Spider-Man 104. And, it's Craven the Hunter. Is this the final hunt? This is a fantastic cover. I don't know who did this cover. And I'm sure you guys are going to chew me out. But you got to remember, I'm, new to the Spider-Man Marvel universe. You gotta cut me some slack here, so don't stomp all over me. I'm learning, okay? This is great. I'm just staring at it. Check that out. Thank you so much, Davis. Look at that. I'm definitely gonna be checking that. I love some Silver Age Spider-Man stuff. I know Semperfi did a Craven Tuesday trivia. I think it was a Thursday trivia. Were we on were we doing Thursday trivia then? But I remember the book he was giving was a Craven book, and I remember that story from because when my brother collected Spider-Man, I've showed some of the Hall of Justice, some of the books that I still have from when my brother collected. But he would get a lot of he was getting single issues, but he stopped and was getting more of like the graphic novels and the stuff like that. But he had this hardbound book of Spider-Man with Silver Age stories, and I remember reading that one. So that one really helped me answer all the questions for that. I really loved Tuesday and Thursday trivia for Semperfi. I loved busting out those stories or buying them. I read them all. That's how I answered all those questions. I didn't try to wing it or look them up. I figured they were, for the ones that I entered in, they were great learning. I got to reread a great story that I read with my little brother when he collected Spider-Man, and a lot of the Batman ones I already knew, but I love learning about these. So this next book, Davis, holy shit! I've been hunting these for a while, and then once Kim told me she was into this, she was really hunting. So this is a beautiful cover, and if this is the one you're talking about, I agree. This cover is amazing. He has some amazing covers, and Davis, you are an absolute madman. This is the one I've been hunting for a while, especially now more than ever, now that Kim is really into him, and that is this is Strange Adventures number 207, amazing Deadman cover. I believe this is Neil Adams. I think Neil Adams did a lot of the early Deadman, but look at that cover. I think it's the one he was saying is really delicate, and I think I can see that, and I'm going to be very delicate. I'll probably even just, as much as I want to open it, probably just leave it and to get it digitally and read it digitally, and Kim can read it digitally. She might have even read this, because like I said, she got into Deadman when she went on our trip to Florida. We bought her friend some graphic novels that were like Neil Adams collections. It was like the best of Neil Adams, and then like The Brave and the Bold or something like that. No, it was just the best of Neil Adams. It was a graphic novel. It was like the best of Neil Adams. It had a lot of Brave and the Bold. It had some Deadman, and she really liked all the Deadman stories. And I think she read this one. So if I show this, she might have even read this. So This is beautiful. Like I said, I love the green backgrounds. Look at that. Look at it. Just makes Deadman pop. This is such a fantastic cover. Thank you so much, Davis. She's gonna flip out when she sees this and gets home. That is amazing. You're a mad dude, Davis. The Madman Comic Finds. Um, and then this one's crazy. I'm definitely gonna be taking this out and looking at it because I'm a monster Turtles fan. And I don't know why when I got into comics I didn't start collecting the Turtles comics. Maybe I think I looked at them and I really just wanted to start slow with Batman. But I'm picking them up now. The TMNT universe that's out is great. And I think I'm probably gonna. I wanted to buy. There was a sale a while ago, months ago, at my shop, and I already eyed. You probably saw the video. I got the second appearance of Deadpool for like $4. It's like near mint. But there was some TMNT Archie comics that I wanted to get, and I had eyed them and I hid them in like a box. So when I came back on that day, I'd get them. They were only like a couple bucks, but 40% off, they'd be nothing pretty much. And they were just, I don't know, they weren't in the shape that I remembered them. And so I didn't get them. They just were really bad shape. But I'm probably going to get them. They're only a few bucks each issue, and I do love the Turtles. I used to have Turtles toys up on that top shelf where I put the Pops. I put them away because they were getting really dusty. They're original in the box. I got some. I don't know if I've ever showed them, but they're Turtles toys sealed. I didn't want them to get any dustier. I need to try to find some cases for them so I could display them in a case, but I don't know how hard that's going to be. But I took a lot of my action figures that I had sealed in the boxes down and wrapped them up and put them in a tub so they wouldn't get dusty anymore, because I hate dust. I hate when they're getting dusty. And the way I have the Pops set up, there's no way they can get dusty, because they're stacked all the way to the top of the shelf, and they're stacked 3 up, so that way the bottoms they're not going to get dusty, the tops aren't going to get dusty because they're touching the roof of the shelf, and it looks amazing. Kim said it was amazing. So Davis, thank you so much. I love the Turtles, and this is a fantastic looking book. I'm definitely going to be reading this and checking this out. It is thick, and that is amazing that it's thick. So let me show you. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Eastman and Laird's from the movie adaptation. So I'm guessing they did a comic based off the first movie. So this will reading this will be like reading the comic to the movie, which is great. I love the movie. I saw them. I didn't see them in the theaters when I was younger until they replayed them because I wasn't born yet. But when they re-showed them in the theaters, I definitely saw them, and I saw the second and the third one, and even though the third one's not so great, I love the Turtles, so you gotta watch them. I've even seen, I saw the one with the female Ninja Turtle, where she's like, does she have a vagina or not? Does she wear pants or whatever? Who knows? But I saw that one with my little brother, because that came out around the time he was really young, and he also loved the Ninja Turtles too. You got to. Who doesn't love the Ninja Turtles? And then both me and him, we went to the theater together and saw the Nickelodeon cartoon, or it was like CGI Ninja Turtle. It was just called Ninja Turtles, right? I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It was a CGI one. That one was good. I liked that one a lot. I think that was the last Turtles movie I seen. I have not seen the new ones. I'm pretty against Michael Bay, so I don't want their Turtles ruined for me, because they really hold a special place in my heart. Even though I don't talk about them a lot, because this is strictly comic books, but they really do hold a really big place in my heart. And Donatello is my favorite. He does machines, of course. I always liked him because he's smart and makes stuff, and he's kind of like Batman, he's technical, and I always like that. He's like a Robin, too. He's kind of like Red Robin, Tim Drake. He's always making stuff and good with computers, and I was always good with computers and electronics and stuff like that. So, I don't know, I had a connection with Donnie. But I liked all the Turtles, but Donnie was my favorite. maybe because I like the color purple. I like blue. I like green, but they're all green. But I like purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors. And I love this. It's got a nice green cover. Check this. I don't know. Did I show this? Sorry, guys. This is like, I'm almost an hour and 35 minutes. And if you're sticking through this, you guys are amazing. You're troopers. You're totally crazy dudes and gals. And thank you so much. And sorry this is long, but like once I said, Kyle Rowe said it was okay. He told me I could do this. He actually said to make it 4 hours long. He said go 4 hours. You know, I like that stuff. So this is for Kyle making this a long, nice video. But Davis, thank you so much, man. You are an absolute madman, and I'm gonna treasure all these books. And now that I have all these Spider-Man, I'm gonna pop a short box out now. Right behind the desk, way over there, is a big cardboard box that I bought. I bought a crate of short boxes because I was tired of, like Reagan in his video, he went to his comic shop and they sold him a mag box. That happened to me like 4 times. I went there, it's like, give me a short box. They pull it out, they give me the lid. I go home as a mag box. It's huge. It does not fit your comics, normal comics, very well. They're all over the place. It does, however, and this answers somebody's question, but I'm gonna make a video answering his question again. His question, I think it was from. I can't remember who asked it. I'm sorry. So I know I read your comment. I think I even answered it. But it was that the Mylar silver/gold Mylar bags and boards, they don't fit into short boxes. They're too wide by a little bit. They cram in there. You can't fit them. And he said, any suggestions? And I told them the mag boxes. A short box magazine box will fit them perfect. It'll be just fine. You can also use the mag boxes for CGCs. They'll fit fine too. There'll be a little extra room, but there's no need to go out and get. I mean, I guess you can go out and get CGC boxes, but the mag boxes should do just fine. I don't have CGCs to check them. I have one now, which is up on display, which it's right in front of the Funkos. We've got a display for it. I bought Kim a display and put it up. I'll have to show you guys that too. Thanks again, everyone. And she was so happy to win. She still doesn't stop talking about it. And yeah, I mean, I guess I can show you guys. I mean, I have orders from Midtown. These are like this is like a couple weeks. This is a big stack that I ordered from Midtown. I'm not gonna show you them though. I missed the boat on showing you guys the new books, so I'm just gonna leave it a mystery. You guys should know what I'm picking up, and we'll pick up. There's a letter from Davis. Keep that all nice, and we'll pick up where we left off. Since I'm better now, I'm going to hit up some comic stores. My birthday's Friday. Hopefully I get some sweet Silver Age to show you guys. I'm going to hit up a lot of... I'm going to try to get some books for good steals. I'm not going to be taken advantage of. If you guys have any questions for me, leave them in the comments and I will answer them in the next video. We're going to start doing that. If you have comics... of course you have comics. If you have comments about... you know, Mylar, boxes, Batman, whatever, prices, leave it in a comment and I will answer it. I will highlight you in the next video and answer it for you, along with answering it in the comments, but I will make a video. I'm going to start doing that. That's going to be a new thing we're going to do in the videos to spice it up a little bit. Even if it's just a question about anything, leave it, and I'll choose like 1 or 2 people to answer their comments in the video, or I'll answer them in a video instead of in the comments. Well, I'll still answer you in the comments. You know what I mean? It'll be a new thing we're gonna do. We're gonna spice it up. We're gonna change things up. We're gonna shake off the sickness. And once again, I just want to thank everybody for these awesome gifts you guys sent me. This is incredible. You know, I was sick and you guys sent me all these great things, and I'm going to send you guys stuff when I get a chance to round some stuff up. Once again, thank you everyone from the Hall of Justice and everyone who wished me well, and all this stuff. I'm going to have to do some organizing. It's all over the place now. You guys are too kind to me, and this community has been too wonderful. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy what you guys do. You guys are absolutely madmen and mad women. You guys are bonkers. You guys are nuts. You guys are too kind, and once again, I'm glad to be back. Sorry, this is almost 2 hours long. I hope you guys watch it. I hope you guys appreciate it, and I hope you guys like listening to me. Sorry, there's like stuff everywhere. There's some tape from AG's box, the comic, and his pop that I'm gonna put up. But I let me just say this. I also forgot to mention this. I have not forget about there's some contests that are going to be up here. Dooms and Fredeez. I'm going to get your video up. It's going to be like last minute, like tomorrow, hopefully, or later today. I did not forget about all you guys' contests, and I have not stopped watching your videos, although I haven't commented a whole lot on videos. But I have been watching, and I have not forgot about any of you guys. I've been constantly talking about comics, and I went through a depression there when I was sick. I think I said this about not being able to get to my shops and actually pick the books off the shelves myself, and I was so far behind. I told Kim, I was like, maybe I'll just quit getting new issues. I was like, man, I'm so far behind from being sick, a whole month. I was like, maybe I'll just quit getting new issues and just go back to just getting Silver Age, and I'll still pick up Batman and Detective Comics, but maybe I'll just quit getting new issues. I'm just so far behind. But she's like, no, just order them. You'll be fine. Shut up. You should tell me I'm crazy, but all this great stuff. I have so much stuff to like read and watch and look through, and you guys are incredible. And everyone who watches my videos, you're incredible. And even if you don't watch my videos, you're incredible people. And I hope you guys have found everything you need comic-wise, and have gotten everything you need, and got your pull lists, and they didn't forget anything. And I hope you don't get mag boxes instead of short boxes. Even if you do what Rig did. Rig is a revolutionist. He made like borders on the side of the box so the comics fit really well. That's amazing. I didn't do that. In fact, all the mag boxes I accidentally bought, I didn't accidentally, sold it to me. We use for other things. They fit video games well in them. They're good for storage. But yeah, so I don't want to make this any longer than it is, guys. Sorry about the camera fucking up in between. I don't know why it goes black like that. Like, all the lighting's gone. The only lighting that's going on right now are my monitors. I have multiple monitors. That's the only light you're getting. The light that's coming off of them is what you're getting. I don't have any lights on. It's dark as shit outside. As you can see in the back, it's dark in the corner. And the only light's coming from an LED strip from the TV. But otherwise, there's no lights on. It's just from the computer. So I really need to buy a new camera. Unfortunately, I don't have the money to get a new one. I've been eyeing a Logitech on Amazon, but I kind of missed the sales for it. And now it's back up to full price, which it's not worth full price because it's an older model. But this camera sucks. Don't ever buy a Microsoft HD camera. They are the worst, and the software is out of date, and there's no software update. It barely works for my computer. It barely works for Windows 10. But it works just enough. You guys say it looks good, so. But lately it's been doing that thing where it drops all the light. Like, it drops the brightness levels down to nothing, and I mean, there's light in the room from the monitors. My monitors are big. I have big, over 24-inch monitors, multiples, and they feed the light. So, otherwise, if I add more lights, here, let me show you what happens. Here's a light. You can see that I'm now yellow, and you can see all the light that comes from the side. And so I turn those off because I don't like the weird yellow lighting. I just like the normal color, the whatever. So, well, I just feel like I want to keep talking to you guys because I haven't been here forever. But this should be good. A 2-hour video should make up for all the weeks and months I didn't make videos, right? So if you've got through this far, you're amazing. And I appreciate you, and I appreciate anybody who didn't watch the video. You guys are still appreciated. I appreciate the haters, too, and whatever, but I just want to thank everyone for the well wishes. You guys being so kind to Kim in her video. She really was so happy. She was very nervous about doing that. She doesn't like being on video camera. You know, she'll take pictures. She just doesn't like being on video camera. She doesn't know what to say. You know, I do this, I wing it. There's no script, like OMG says, unedited, first take. Uh, you know, that's me, unless my computer really screws up and just shuts down, and then I gotta do two videos crammed into one. But this is one long recording I do in front of a webcam at my desk, and yeah, there was no scripts for her to go off of, and we don't write anything down. I don't either, even though I told myself that I was going to read the comments, the questions from the comments in this video, but I'm going to do another video. Um, yeah, so I do apologize for the mess up, and I hope you guys enjoy this videos. I'm back full time. I'm going to be doing contests, and I'll be answering questions and doing videos again and hunting comics, and I've had the urge to hunt. Um, it might slow down a little bit when I get my medical bills. They're probably going to suck huge nuts. They're going to be terrible. Probably have to slow down on comics there, but we'll have to see. I'll have to see what they look like. Well, we'll just have to see. I might have to just cut back on Silver. For now, my birthday, I'll get some Silver Ages and hunt some pawn shops. And let me set these down. But yeah, as I say, as always, be excellent to each other. And I think that should be the golden rule of this community. You guys are always excellent to each other. I see amazing stuff every day from every single one of you guys. Whether it be awesome acts of kindness, shout-outs, contests, where, you know, you guys are awesome. This whole community is I didn't know what I was getting into when I got in this community. I just saw Captain Strange Life and was like, I want to share my books that I pick up too, even though he's got some of the most amazing books I've ever seen. I hope everyone's well. I hope your health is well. And if it's not, you know, I'll be thinking about you. Just like hopefully you guys thought about me, and a lot of the people did think about me. I hope this set you at ease that I'm doing well, that I'm not gone. I just had to rest. I had to get back to 100%. And yeah, as always, I just want you guys to be excellent to each other, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you in some contest videos here, and yeah, be great, be excellent, and I'm gonna head out now, 2 hours, and we'll see you soon.